Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Christelle Martinette, and I'm breaking my holiday silence. But I'm coming in with a mid-January, from January 15th to the end of January, where I'm reading now, it must be the 6th of January, and I'll be uploading them to tell you how many celebrations that we will be celebrating coming up. So there is the New Year celebration in a Julian calendar, the celebration that has sort of like a Christmas, then a New Year's coming up. But January 15th itself has a numerous amount of celebrations that we can follow. For example, there is the National Hat Day on a very low level, but for those of us who wear hats, and I'm a hat wearer, I celebrate. There's a Humanitarian Day on January 15th. There's also the National Sanctity of Human Life Day, which every year I come in and celebrate. January is an especially particular month for me. For those of us who like ice cream, there's a Strawberry Ice Cream Day, the 15th of January. But also there is World Religion Day, which is always the third Sunday of January, and World Snow Day. And here, I'm in the mountains now, and if you can see out that window, it's all white. We have about coming up to a yard of snow, 1, 2, 3 feet. It's at a meter now. I was just outside, it was freezing outside. I've been shoveling. So this is just to welcome you back and welcome myself back. Now let's get into the second half of January reading. Hi Aries, it's me, Christelle Martinette. I forgot to light the candles, sorry. Let me take a second to do that. Even if it's full bright daylight, I always need, oh well, this is going to take a second. Just hold on, hope everybody had a nice New Year's celebration, even either those following the Gregorian or the Julian calendar. Let me start by opening a spread with La Vera Sibilla, and then I'll clarify with a tarot deck called the Silver Witchcraft Tarot. And we'll see now. There you go. Give myself a little bit more room. All right. This is La Vera Sibilla. Let's see what the month of the second half of the month, from the 15th to the 31st of January, holds for you, Aries. Okay. Well, when I see some cards, you become a flabbergasted all of a sudden, as if sometimes when you're working with tarot, those of you who know the tarot, you get a string of terrible tarot cards, like the Death card, well, the first two cards that I overturned from the decks that I didn't choose, from the piles that I didn't choose, are the Female Enemy and the Jealousy card. And to tell you the truth, on the face value of it, it's very, very clear, okay? You would say, oh my God, this second half of the month you're going to be green with envy. But it's just a little bit too simplistic. And what these two cards also mean, they can mean an outflow of money on the one hand. So there'll be a lot of expenditures the second half of the month, but it also means that there's a lot of hearsay, cheep, 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 a lot of talk, a lot of people, you're hearing a lot of people say things, and there's sort of like being at the hairdressers where all of the women or the men there are talking, chee, 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 chee. So there's a lot of, grapevine information. So it seems that in the month of January, the second half, from the 15th onward, it seems that you're going to be working on one level, And the things, the energy that you will feel around you is of expenditures. It will be a period that you will have to be spending more. For some reason, there will be those of you who do change homes, those of you who have to revamp the furnitures, those of you who, your cars need maintenance, things like that. But money will be flowing out. And that in itself is not always negative. But there is also chatter behind you that you don't let bother you. Now, be that as it may, what I'm seeing here, and I've been seeing this for a while here for you, there's something concerning the job, your livelihood, money, financial goods, elements, coming into you through a person. And I have this person as coming, as presenting itself in the form of either a lawyer, a scientist, a judge, a professional, but more than a simple professional, someone who has a more in the legal field or in the scientific field, okay? And especially for those of you who have already had a family, who have already had children, who have already had, say, one part of your life. Those of you who are in a phase of your life where the baggage that you're carrying around is baggage that you've all, it's all set and neat. It's something you've taken care of, something you put a period at the end of, turn the page, new chapter. Okay, so those, I'm talking to those people who have are in that kind of situation. Now, what's interesting is that there will be an exchange, there will be conversation, and the conversation on the surface of it and the talk on the surface of it will bring you great joy, but at the same time it brings you high hopes, hopes that then will sort of turn into a bit of sadness because there's not the possibility of having direct contact, and you understand that the person in question, the person that is coming to you, the person who offers you something, some monetary good, some kind of real estate, I'm even seeing, some kind of property, could be some kind of funds, puts your name on an account or something, gives you something. That person is, and this is a mirroring, when this is offered, at the same time you realize that this person is suffering from some kind of illness or has been in the past. You're given some excuses. I'm going to call it excuses, but not excuses in the sense of, well, this is why it happened in the past. It's really not an excuse, but it is the reason for the way they have acted. Okay, now it sounds like I'm being very abstract, but the way I'm giving it to you as it comes to me, and of course this is a general reading, so this message must be for someone. And the underlying notion here is that this person would have come forth earlier, but they had to contend with an issue concerning their health. This is fairly clear. I have both the doctor and the ill one here together. That's mirroring the conversation and the consoling surprise, consolante sorpresa, and the conversation, conversazione. Now what's interesting here is the last three cards, because the last three cards are the Gran Signore. Okay, so someone very important in your life, someone who will be coming in as a Gran Signore or Gran Dame. Very important, and they want to show themselves as if they were. The lover, which is you, could be male or female, both of these cards. And then this disastro, disgrazias, like a disaster. And you can see that these two are looking in two different ways. They are united, but they are not in a position of coming together as such, and this is the nature for the much sadness here. The sadness that comes down. I'm going to take the Silver Witchcraft Tarot now and go over this Disgrazia card, the outgoing card. Also go over the first two Nemica and Gelosia cards to see what they have to add. what these tarot have on it. Yes, okay. All right, now, how will you feel about all of this? And what you'll feel, this is the Eight of Pentacles. What I'm seeing here is that you don't get the whole story, that you don't get the man, the woman, the house, the money. No. What you have here is are 8 pentacles. The pentacles here in spiritual terms, I'm talking, does give you not hope, but substance, spiritual substance, translated into love. This is love. It's not a 10. It's not a 5 or a 6. But I have here the 6 of Cups, and it is indeed a return, as I mentioned. And it is a positive welcoming in return. You're left as the Queen of Swords here. The Queen of Swords is a person who is sugli attenti, is watchful and mindful, and not watching her back, but just wanting to see how things will develop. Not fully accepting the situation, because you really do need to know how things develop, because there's just too many unknowns that are presented to you the second half of January. Now, this is quite a difference from the last readings that I have had for you, Aries. This seems like reality is setting in. And indeed, all the knots are coming to the end of the comb, as they say. When you comb your hair, the knots come out. The problems come out when you start to hit the reality. Here, the enemy and the gelosia, the nemica and the gelosia. I have here Temperance card, the Knight of Swords, and the 10 of Pentacles. Now, the 2 cards give you one message. Here, I'm seeing that in time, the Queen of Swords will make her decision, her or his. The Knight of Swords is the sweeping movement, and they almost contradict each other, the fast and the slow. But there are behind the scenes things that are happening that you don't know, and you're not privy to, you're not party to, you are not with that person, that will bring to this 10 of Pentacles situation a happy situation, in a family-like atmosphere. I'm going to cast the runes over this and see what they say. Ah, la 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 la. Yes. Interesting is that, first of all, you're going home, okay? You have the key to go to your home. This situation, ultimately, remember this, is going to bring you to your metaphorical, your material, pragmatic home. It's not going to be easy with Thurisat's Merkstave, and the idea that this is Anzu's Merkstave. It is that there will be less communication that you would like with this person. What is in store for you right over the lover here is Feihu, abundance coming in. And that is, abundance, dollar signs I'm talking here. This is financial abundance coming in. But it seems that they're on 2 different levels, the financial and the emotional. The emotional is being put on the back burner for some reason here. And I have 3 other runes over the workplace here, over the offer that I mentioned. There's Lagas Lagus Merkstave, which tells me there's something being offered, but you are really stopping in your tracks before it's a shock that it is even being offered. Over the person, the scientist, the jurist, the legal advisor here, the barrister, the solicitor, I have Aiza, and it is a way of that person, could be a man or a woman, that they want to distinguish themselves from the pack. This is who I am. Take this. This is how I show my love. And the last rune here is Ingvats. This is the key, Otala, to your home, Ingvats. It's a matter of, I hate to even say it, I'm saying it very low, keep the faith. I know it's going to be difficult. There are a lot of shocking things that are going to happen the end of the month, and they are not all bad. Namaste, Aries friends. It was a pleasure. Till we read together again.